got to say, I've never enjoyed myself like what I am right now after round 8 of season 2022. It is the Carlton Football Club sitting at 6-2 in the top 4. Unbelievable. I can't believe I just said that. This is the round 8 review. Carlton, 17 goals, 14. 116 to Adelaide, 10 goals, 868. It was a professional win at Marvel Stadium, and I enjoyed every single second of it. I enjoyed the whole day. Didn't really feel too many nerves to this week. I mean, there's always nerves. There's always the unknown, and that's the beauty of sport and really everything. You don't know what's going to happen. You think you know what's going to happen. Like, I was pretty confident the players we had in the park were good enough to get the job done. Top liners are playing well. The forward line's functioning pretty well. Harry and Charlie are getting better. They're going to be a nightmare for opposition defenders. And I had a confidence about us. But obviously, coming from where we've come from and what we've watched over the last couple of years in games just like this against opposition who, just like this, are still in that early part of their development. They're building. And sometimes they can be the ones that get you because you sometimes don't be, you're not switched on as what you should be, and you let them in and you give them a sniff and they take the sniff and they get the job done and they get the win, and we're out here just losing our minds. So obviously that's in the back of the mind. But to be honest, as the weeks go on, the past just keeps falling to the wayside. The fact that we're talking about a game right now where we really took the foot off in the last, quarter, let's say, especially the last half of the last quarter, but the fact that we put ourselves in the position, such a strong position to win that game and come away with it, just grateful. Honestly, it's so enjoyable to be watching it and experiencing it. I think as I just mentioned the word professional, that is probably the word that I will use to summarize what that was. It's one of the first few times I've seen it for as long as what I did. We were pretty good last week, but I thought this was the most professional manner in which we went about it. We were tough at the contest. We stuck up for the teammates. But even just the way we moved the ball, there were a few passages of play in that first half where I saw things that I hadn't seen. I'm seeing it for longer. And what I mean by that is there were two particular goals which we set up from D50. We sort of swung the ball to one side. We zigged and then we zagged. In games gone past this year, we take that kick forward as quickly as we can. But the manner in which we were able to move the defensive mechanism of the Adelaide Crows, move it around, move it left to right, and just wait for that opening in the corridor, and that willingness to take that corridor kick, or that you got to be risky. You got to risk turning the ball over in order to open up the rest of the ground as you move forward. To see us do that and to see us continually get better at doing that is that's all you can ask for. I am over the moon and ecstatic at what's going on right now. It's been a good week. Chatted to Brian Cook, Mr. CEO came on the channel, and we're talking about getting the fans involved and in terms of the new business plan and the strategy and the purpose of the club. There just seems to be a greater level of connectedness across the board. And I'm not going to forget where we've come from. We can't, because it's just been all I've known and all we've known with this group. And the big thing that we've been able to do in 8 weeks, and I don't want to declare it as if it's done now and we can forget about things and get complacent, but just more from the point of the lack of connectedness that we were all watching 12 months ago, less than 12 months ago, and to see what's happened now on the field connected, off the field connected. Belief is starting to really blossom. It's quite scary. And all these slogans and all these cliche phrases that we've been talking about over the last couple of years of, you just wait until this happens and just wait till it clicks. It's starting to click. It's starting to click after the panicking that we did and after the issues that we've had. I'm just proud. I'm really proud. The forward line is starting to look super scary. Like, the ball goes forward now. We're definitely looking to lower the eyes a bit more. It's good to see. Charlie and Harry are working off each other brilliantly. Charlie Curnow today, 6 goals, 3. it's tantalizing what it does for the imagination of what could happen moving forward. I think everyone is pretty clear on the fact that we're not Melbourne, we're not there yet. Even the Brisbane Lions, we're not there yet. Freo showed us that they're a level above us. Would like to play them in Melbourne, and then we'll see how that discussion goes. But I'm under no illusions of the fact that we're not the best team in the competition. But I didn't go into the season expecting us to be the best team in the competition. I went into this season hoping that we'd win more games that we'd lose, or get to 12 wins and play finals football and just start getting that experience under the belt of our players in this group and this footy club and these fans. And, to see us halfway there, 6-2, halfway to 12 wins after 8 rounds is obviously very positive. Knowing that there's more work to come, there are more challenges to come. There are some tough games coming up as well, which will really test us. But so far, so good. We're passing the tests. We're ticking the boxes. We win another 2 games in a row just now, and the feeling is good. So I am pleased with that. To see the back line the way it was functioning. I think I don't like to make the review too individual, but I've got to mention Lewis Young, because one of the things I've been mindful of is who's that second guy going to be for Jacob Wiedering to sort of partner with and be able to trust. And I'm noticing a greater level of trust between he and Lewis Young and really just the rest of that back line as we move on. We've had challenges. McGovern has started in this team. He's come out. We didn't know when he was coming back. We thought it was 4 weeks. It's now going to be for the majority of the season. He's an important part of what we do. Zach Williams has been in and out of the side, looked a little bit sore. So the fact that we still keep passing these tests while these challenges get thrown at us, that's the essence of what rising and succeeding is, because you're always going to have challenges. You're always going to have things that happen mid-game, pre-game, midweek that are going to throw you off. And your ability to stay the course is really what separates the good from the great. So it's fascinating. Even just to see the fans that came on the fan cams afterwards, and some of the young supporters who are literally having the time of their lives right now, enjoying that is really what I think it's the final layer to the piece. It starts on the ground. Well, probably starts off the field with all the organisation. Then it starts with the application on the field. Then off the field after the game, it's the sentiment of the fans and the passion and the excitement. And you see kids come on and just pour their hearts out. Not just kids, adults, everyone pouring their hearts out. We're a special club. We're a club that has fans that are super passionate and live and breathe it. Mother's Day today, very special day, but there was quite a few people at that ground today. I don't know what the final count was. I didn't take notice of it at the ground, but it was a loud crowd. We got there in our numbers, and it was very well done. And I mean, really, it's 2022, and if you aren't getting to the footy when you can, obviously things happen. There are certain reasons why people can't, but if you can get to the footy, you've got to get there. When you die and when your grandkids are around and they're saying, where were you when this group turned it around? It's now. It's 2022. We're turning it around right now. And I'm just excited for what's to come. That's the overarching feeling. It's something, it's pure bliss right now. So I don't want it to seep into us and let it feel like it's complacency, because it's not. Because we haven't done the job yet. We've just started very well, and they deserve all the kudos that they're going to get. So I'm a very proud supporter today. I loved every bit of what happened today, and I'm sure most, if not all of us in the audience and at the game today did as well. So I thought the player of the game, I'm going to give the Charlie Curnow. He's kicked 6 goals, mate. Charlie has kicked 25 goals in 8 games. And I remember saying at the start of the year, maybe if we can get 20 to 30 goals out of him this year, and then he can springboard off that for next year. Let's give some credit to, the strength and conditioning department, Andrew Russell at the high performance department, who's worked with Charlie now to try and get him back to full fitness. I know that, that Russell can come under a bit of scrutiny at times from the fans, and it really comes from a place where a lot of people don't know what really goes on behind closed doors and what the real issues are. And sometimes it's just a little unlucky. Sometimes it could be a lack of preparation, but what we've been able to do with Charlie Curnow and Sam Dockley to an extent as well, putting a program in place to get them back to playing at their best. And obviously them, the players, Kerno and Doc and the rest that put in the craft to get back to full fitness as well. You've got to give kudos where it's earned. And, we're really starting to earn some respect back. I noticed early in the game, a bit chippy, and I think that's just a little bit left over from what's happened in recent times. We don't just earn respect after 8 rounds because we're 6-2. We've got to earn respect by playing finals football and beating sides and being a tough team to play against and being an honest football team. And I think we're doing that. I think we're on the right path. I'm right behind what's going on, and I've never felt this way about the club, which, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to get complacent, but at the same time, I want to enjoy it right now while I feel it. So, yeah, very happy Carlton supporter here. I can't speak highly enough of what I'm experiencing now, and I hope that it continues. I hope that we get into finals and play these tough teams and stand up against these tough teams as well, and just keep the ball going, keep the ball rolling, keep the momentum going. And what about you? Where were you today? Did you have your Mother's Day celebrations and go to the footy, or did you watch it all together at home? Let me know in the comments below what your experience was and just what your experience is for what's happening in this early part of the season. We're a third of the way in, just like that. It's all flying by, Time flies when you're having fun. So, and all, obviously out there, all the mothers, we love you. I love my mum. She's the best. She's been through the absolute wars to help raise me and my brother and my sister, and very grateful to have my mum in my life and to be playing the role that she does. On obviously always mindful of those who don't have it as good as certain people and those without their mothers for whatever reason. Thinking of you as well, but nothing but love coming out of this happy Carlton supporter. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get that replay on and watch it all week, and I'll chat to you in the comments. Go the Mighty Blues.